Hi, good morning. Sam?
Alright, this is for you and it'll be for your charge, okay?
All right, thank you.
Alright, the keys on inside.
Good morning. Hi. I give you this one with the stickers or this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Are we
Thanks.
doing blood work?
Yeah, blood work.
You got it.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sam, when is your birthday?
My birthday? You gonna get me something? April.
Coming to your house.
You are? All right. Party at my house. I'll make sure I'll have all your favorites.
We're gonna have a party.
If it's our birthday when we're here, do we all sing together?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
We good.
Okay, thank you. I'll let them know.
Okay.
Welcome to the Beautiful Future Podcast. Today is January 29th, 2023. And my name is Sam Song. And on this podcast, I invite you to journey with me through a season of great uncertainty and significant change. And so the sounds that I shared with you earlier is actually sounds from this Monday when I went into the infusion center to start my next round of chemo. And I wanted to share the audio snapshot from the day to kind of give you an idea that, chemotherapy is not so dreadful and so somber all the time, even though it is something very difficult to do. I believe we can still try to find some lightness and joy in it. And so I just wanted to give you a full picture of what it's like to go through chemo. Now, in this inaugural season of this podcast, my plan is to share with you what I've learned in these past 6 months after learning that I had cancer. Unfortunately, after my surgery in December, the pathology report came back and said that I still had active cancer and that I still needed to undergo additional rounds of chemo to make sure we kill off everything and anything that remained besides, the cancer tumor that was removed. This restart of chemotherapy came as a surprise. It really wasn't something I expected. To be honest, I was quite disappointed and somewhat discouraged. But what I wanted to do in this chapter is to share with you a voice memo that I sent to the community of creators that I get to serve. It was something that I recorded the day after the restart of chemo. It was actually January 12th, where I was reflecting upon this new reality that I found myself in. And so as I sat there with whatever energy I had, I still had this need to create something and talk a little bit about maybe the idea of embracing our limitations and the truth that our limitations is what makes us human. So this past Monday, as I started my round 6 of chemo, I went back and listened to it again. And there I found the encouragement that I needed. And so I'm sharing this with you in hopes that it will encourage you as well, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in. And so here it is. Hello friends, good morning. It's Thursday, January 12th, 2023. And for those who's been a part of our community for a while, you guys know what this is. This is a voice memo. And in the past, I used to send these out during our challenges every morning, I think, to bring you into the process, bring you into the journey with some sharing of what I'm thinking and what I'm learning. And so this morning I woke up with not a lot of energy, but enough energy. And so instead of making a video, I just thought, just easier to make an audio recording. And so here it is. And so this morning when I woke up, I kind of marked this day, marked this day as a start of a new season. And kind of the narrative around that is this idea of embracing my limitations. And this is a part of a guiding principle that, that I have in my life. But usually it's embracing my limitations and embracing the mystery of the divine. But I'm just going to focus on the limitations because I think that's all I could think of right now. The uncertainty of the future, sometimes you just have to kind of not think about it for a while. And so this is the season I'm in, embracing my limitations. And so thought today I'll just share with you how this is affecting kind of how I'm going to approach each day. So in order to embrace my limitations, I have to go back to my keystone principle. This is like my guiding principle for life. So if ever people ever wonder what's kind of the key thing that I try to remember every single day is this. And I got this from Pastor Rick Warren. God is God and I am not. Period. I'm made in his likeness and I carry his image, but I am not God. And so when I actually remind myself that I am not God and I'm not going to be God, right? I could be godly, but not God. Then I could learn to embrace my limitations because I'm a human. And all humans have limitations. We're not unlimited as some people would think that we are. But with God's help, we can do many great things. And so I just started thinking, I want to embrace my limitations because my limitations is who I am. And so for me, instead of poo-pooing on, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that or I wish more like that, which leads to this kind of comparison trap, I'm like, hey, in this season, this is who I am. And so each new day, this morning, this is what I did. I kind of did a quick assessment. Literally takes a minute to just kind of go down kind of the four areas that, the four energy buckets of my life is like the way I like to say it. It's my physical energy, it's my mental energy, emotional energy, and my spiritual energy. And I just said, what is it that I got today? What did I wake up with? Right? And that's my limitations. Also, my limitations is I probably could only look about 3 hours ahead because those buckets shift. And so for me, I know that, I don't know how I'll feel in a few hours because, I'm still tethered to a pump that's continuing to give me the poison that's supposed to kill off the cancer. So I have that for another 48 hours. And so, I don't know how I'm going to feel in all those areas. But I do know that this is what I have right now. And usually, I could, kind of look forward to about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. But if things change, I'll adjust, right? And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to learn how to be adaptive and also pay attention. So as I'm attentive and more present to the here and now, and also all the years of just learning to adapt with the change, I think I'll be all right. That was recorded a few weeks ago. And from this one voice memo, it actually birthed this podcast you're listening to right now. About a week after the recording of that voice memo, I actually found myself with a bit of creative energy as I was coming out of this round of chemo. I actually had a few days where I felt somewhat normal. And so I thought before my next round, I wanted to create something. I wanted to make the most of it. And so just in a few days, I made the decision. I recorded and published the first chapter of the Beautiful Future podcast. And here I am today. I'm sharing with you chapter 2. We can't embrace our limitations, and it's important that we do. But that doesn't mean we don't create with what we have. You might have an idea, a dream, a change you've been seeking to make. And I just want to share with you and encourage you that you could get started today. Don't focus on the whole journey, just focus on the first step and get going and start making. And maybe you, just like me, can get started on creating something that's worth sharing. And so this concludes chapter 2 of our journey together. So wherever you are or however you are listening, I want to say thank you for your time, your attention. Feel free to share this with others who may also be encouraged by this journey. And remember this, we can create the beautiful future by learning to live and lead the beautiful life today. We just have to be real about our limitations and learn to embrace it so it could fuel our creative work. Because we need to create what we need to create today. And so, thanks again for listening. Until we talk again, grace and peace.